Okay, it appears we are live-areno. Ha ha ha. So, this whole thing is going to be, Oh, sweet, I started just on time as far as the fishing trawler goes, too. Anyway, this whole thing is I'm going to be, recording my... or testing my headset, rather. If it doesn't turn out well, this is going to be a very short stream. As well as I have to stop doing a lot of things I enjoy because I don't want to have to buy another headset so fast. Now, I tested my headset last night and it worked perfectly fine, so I'm hoping that, it turns out alright. So, now we're going to play one of the most boring minigames in RuneScape to test this out, since I figured that would be a good way to test it. So this is the fishing trawler. And the whole thing about it is, you see this activity bar? It's heart attack the game. You like stress, kids? Stress is fun. You have to wait for these things to burst open. And then maybe you're fast enough to get it early on, and maybe you're not. And if you're not fast enough, you get booted out and have to wait 12 minutes. See? Game decided I was... There we go. I sold the curry leaves I picked. That's nice. So pardon me if I'm not paying attention to the chat at first, because the first few minutes of fishing... Son of a bitch! First few minutes of fishing trawler are really nerve-wracking to me. Especially when the game just decided that I didn't do anything there. Twice. It's gonna boot me out. Because for some reason the game isn't working. Thank you. No, it's fine, whatever. Come on, dude. Alright, there we go. I really don't like fishing trawler, but I have to do it to get the full angler outfit so I can start fishing minnows. Really don't like this game, but you see, once you get your activity bar up, you can AFK this mini game for like I think 3 minutes before you have to worry about it. Like once it's all the way full. But swamp paste is kind of expensive. Actually, you know what? I think the stream's actually making my ping worse, so it might actually be hard to actually just do this game. See, because there's a lot of delay. I mean, it's just the initial bit, so I'm not too worried. But yeah, old school RuneScape is coming to mobile, and I'm pretty excited for that. Hopefully my phone can actually run it. But it'll be great to, like, AFK certain skills. There's no way in hell I do, like, Winter Tot or Fishing Trawler on it, but, yeah, I'm hoping my, headset isn't fucked, but, we shall see. Why would I, like, this was the first minigame that was put into RuneScape, so I guess I can understand why. The only issue is if the games were half as long, it would be fine, but as you can see, it's 12 minutes per game, which means a lot of it's just downtime now. I don't have to worry until the time says I have, like, 5 minutes left. Fortunately, the community in Fishing Trawler, from my experience, is generally positive. And here's the best part of it. You see the net OK thing here? Occasionally it rips and you repair it. If it rips like one tick before the game ends, if the game ends with the net ripped, there's nothing you can do. You just don't get any rewards. If it rips like one tick before the game ends, and there's nothing you can do about that, you just wasted 12 minutes. Though fortunately you have people who pretty much just sit and spam click on them. Yeah, I don't like this, but I really need that, I got one piece of it. I've played 20 games of this and I've gotten one piece of it. It's a 1 in 8 chance. So, fortunately, it's not too bad. Fortunately, fishing is a pretty quick skill to train, especially now that we have a shift click dropping. Like barbarian fish, and then plus you get a little like incremental amounts of strength and agility, so that's fine as long as you do barbarian fishing. And plus you get a nice relaxing. Alright, you know the worst part of it? Here, I'm gonna enable the camera motion. If you don't disable this, this is what you have to deal with the whole time. Isn't this fun? I want to say that I wish Jagex would, oh shit. I really wish Jagex would fix this, but if they were gonna fix it, it would be with the, if they were to fix it, it would definitely have been with the update. And as you can see, there's no one inspecting the nets. So basically all you gotta do is just spam inspect Trawler net and maybe you'll catch it and get a little bit of activity. Yeah, this minigame is ass. But there's a lot of minigames in this game that are pretty ass. Like, no one plays Trouble Brewing. I don't think anyone played Shades of Morton unless you're an Iron Man. So this is what I've been doing for the last day, in between waiting for my, my crops to grow. Got a lot of farming levels recently. So I'm assuming the headset sounds fine. That's good, actually. I don't trust it as far as I can throw it, but... What if I enabled the camera motion and did that? No, I can fix this, watch. See, look, I fixed it. It's great. Everyone jumped up here, and they were like, oh, I can do it, but it was me. I did that. Oh, the net... God damn, it keeps ripping. Anyway, my activity bar is getting a shade low, so I'm going to go back to my favorite position, which is right here, and hope my ping doesn't fuck me. Well, I wonder what was up with it yesterday. That was really weird. Yeah, there's a delay to my actions when I stream. Well, good to know I won't be streaming endgame content like the Inferno or anything. Yes, I'm on a big pirate boat. That voice is actually weirdly hard for me to do nowadays. I don't know why I can't seem to swing it. Gotta like really think about it, because I end up slipping back into my whisper voice. And here's the thing. Alright, so when you finish this minigame... Well, I don't even know why I bothered bringing all these bailing buckets. When you finish this minigame, I think it divides the amount of fish everyone caught equally. So even if it says you've caught, like, 2,000 fish... even if it says you caught, like, 2,000 fish... It doesn't really matter much, because you get, like... a combined total of, like, not even an inventory's worth of fish. Though, fortunately, with the higher levels, you can get higher level fish, so I've been getting sharks recently, so this minigame's actually been decently profitable. Alright, well, now I can AFK safely, so I'm just gonna go back and spam click on the net. And then hope to God that I get something good. That guy's a trimmed construction cape. Not bad. And you really do have to kind of like spam click on it, because if one person fixes it, it fixes for everyone. Like, not everyone gets the chance to do it. Which is silly. This is a really silly minigame, and it definitely shows its age. Now, what some people do is they have other worlds where they just let the boat consistently fill with water so everyone can buff their activity by just bailing. But that seems stressful to me. But everything in this game seems stressful to me when I don't know how to do it right. Like, the first time I played this game, like, I didn't know, I just couldn't click fast enough on the things, and I got booted off of the, boat. So that was 12 minutes I wasted waiting. Yeah, this minigame could definitely benefit by being half as long. It definitely doesn't need to be 12 minutes anymore. If it was 6 minutes, like, because it takes me 3 minutes to get the hang of my activity bar. So that wouldn't necessarily be too bad. And the game, like, loads an entirely new boat whenever it fills up too much, so if you were in the middle of putting swamp paste down and it changes, you don't get the activity bar benefit. It's a real bad time. I don't know why JGX thought this minigame was, acceptable. In a game about grinding, it somehow manages to be the worst bit of grinding I've seen. And you get, like, no kind of fishing experience for it. You get, like, 1,000. That's fun. 12 minutes for 1,000 EXP. What is this, rune crafting? Let's see if I get lucky. 17 sharks isn't bad, I guess. It's faster than actually... You see, the sad thing is that it's actually faster than fishing 17 sharks at my fishing level. Anyway, so that's the entirety of the fishing trawler, so let's go again and hope I don't get in trouble with my internet. This is how many games people have played with how much equipment they've scored. It's something else, I swear. Plus, swamp paste isn't really cheap. Like, how much did I pay for all this? Yeah, 73,000 gold. But I've more than made it back in sharks, so I don't really care. Oh, yeah, dude, Neminon is the fucking worst. But it leads to the absolute best way to get sharks. Because, the minnow dock. Once you have the full thing, you can go to the fish... Once you have the full, fisher gear set, you can go to this new dock in the fishing guild where you can catch minnows, which is decently fast fishing experience, as well as, you trade 40 minnows for 1 shark. And it's the fastest way to get sharks. Uh-oh. Thank God. Especially now that Zulra got nerfed. Because, like, before, the best way to get sharks was to fight a boss, because it would drop, like, 100 raw sharks on the reg. So that was silly. Skilling was pointless before the Zulra nerf. I'm gonna get kicked off the boat. I'm about to get kicked off the boat. I'm gonna scream. I'll do literally anything else. Yeah, it's gonna kick me off the boat, because my fucking ping. Yep, here I go. Goodbye, friends. Look, I made a friend. You're on stream, buddy. Say hello. Well, guess I'm not going to bother with fishing trawler for now, because that means I have to wait another 12 minutes to do it. So, well, let's see what else I can do. And I still have this stream open, I might as well do something else. I'm gonna kick this imp. He healed right as I hurt him again. That should have killed him. Burnt bread. Yummy, yummy. Let me explore the land of RuneScape together. You still here, Nemenon? Log in. Let's play together. Hi, Ace. Where am I? Am I even going the right way? Yeah, I'm going the right way. Cool, so that's bullshit. I wonder what quests I can do. Something that would be interesting to watch. I guess I could finish Horror from the Deep. I mean, I haven't paid real money for membership since, like, last February. I've just been using bonds. I mean, how much money do I have wrapped up in, I have 4 million wrapped up in buying daggers. Yeah, Castle Wars is going, free-to-play. I think it's already free-to-play, actually, if I'm not mistaken. How many natures do I have? I gotta get 750 more nature runes. But I'm afraid. Let me see what else I have to do for the Horror from the Deep quest. Because I think I've gotten all the, No, there's still so much I have to do for that one. It's not fun. Yeah, plus free-to-play Castle Wars is going to be a lot more fun, since it's not just going to be everyone spamming Ancients. Like, Ice Barrage is not fun to play with. Yeah, I guess I'll just do some Abyss rune crafting real quick, see how many, how lucky I can get with that. Oh, Jesus. I don't know why my Graceful Hood always goes in a different area. I mean, the whole point of the stream was to make sure this still worked. The only reason I'm keeping this going is because I want to make sure it's actually working, you dig? Because I don't want to, like, just do this for, like, 10 minutes and have it work, and then record, like, a whole episode of something else, and then have that not work. So really, I'm just making you all be my guinea pig. Probably change this since it's not the fishing trawler anymore, but the headset part, stream part was the most important. Now the thing about the Abyss is, this pickaxe is always, pick rocks the exact same way, like exact same speed. So you don't really have to worry about getting your rune pickaxe and risk 18k, because we're going into the wilderness, boys. Wait. Let's get the Falador shield on. Alright, so the way my loadout here works is I weigh negative 14 kilograms. When you go into the Abyss, you lose all your prayer, but the Falador Shield 1 is weightless, has decent defense, at least as well as the, and it's free, so if I die I can always just go reclaim it, and I can recharge prayer in case I get jumped. Like that guy. He could come at me whenever he wanted, and I would die. Look at this adorable man splashing. He's a dinkus. Because if I get teleblocked, I have no way out. And Abyss PKers are a very real threat. Also, you're Scald, so you'll lose everything, and I don't want to risk my full Graceful. And now, let's go to some Nature Runes. And then we head back to Edgeville and do it all again. And this is the best way to train rune crafting up until Blood Runes at 77, which I am nowhere near. Well, with full Graceful, it's going to stay on the ground for an hour, unless you, with there, it's going to stay on the ground for an hour, but I don't want to lose, if you die, you lose your, it's more inconvenient than anything else, since you don't bring anything you really want to lose. So the only thing I would really lose is my Mithril Pickaxe and my Amulet of Glory. But then I get nervous, because I also don't want to... I'm always afraid I'm still going to lose my full Graceful, and that's hours to get back training Agility. You know how painful it is to get full, How painful it is to get full Graceful? Shit took me hours. I think it took me, like, from, like, what, 0 to 58 Agility to get, all the Marks of Grace. And for the most part, these things aren't too bad. They can swarm you really fast, but when you're doing certain things like inspecting the agility gap here, their animation plays, but they don't hit you. Then plus, when you hit certain levels of rune crafting, you have to kill those things to get higher level pouches. Like after I hit teleport back to Edgeville, I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so, rune crafting, rune pouches. From the second you start rune crafting and do the, I think, you have to do the Abyss mini quest first. You can kill those things, and you have like a 1 in 50 chance at all of these when you're the requisite level. So you can get the small pouch right away, which is 3 extra essence, which adds up. Then at 25 and 50, and then 75, it's like, ooh, you're all good. So it's pretty dope. And then if you're going at all this, you might as well buy some charged Dragonstone Jewelry scrolls. They're only 675 a pop, and let's see, you make 43 nature runes a pop, so let's see how that looks. You can trade 43 nature runes for about 9k, so you're pretty well set since each one gives you 4 Amulets of Glory charges. Of course, you know, if you lose your, if you get PK'd and lose your glory, you have to buy another one, but... Did I fill these up? I didn't. I'm not efficient. But yeah, this is the best way to train rune crafting until you can start doing rune crafting at Zeah. Which is, from what I hear, pretty much AFK. But I'm just gonna get 1,000 of those because I have, to train my magic, I cast high-level alchemy on rune daggers, because rune daggers are... I think at maximum it's like... I think you can pull like 26,000 EXP an hour doing this. Rune crafting is... It's one of, if not the slowest, skills in the game to train. But then at, Zeah rune crafting, if I'm not mistaken, I'm gonna look it up real quick. Blood altar. You can get like really fast. How much EXP per hour is blood runes? Profit. With blood runes, it's like 39,000 an hour, which is way fast. But you don't have to like run to a bank or risk yourself at the Abyss anymore, since there's pretty much a Because, like, it's different mining, crafting blood and soul runes. They take dark essence instead of pure essence, and you mine it right next to the altars, pretty much. With full graceful, I think it's just a full inventory of, full inventory of run energy. It's not an inventory. Rune crafting's really slow and kind of painful. I guess farming is technically slower, but the way I'm training it right now is pretty cheap. I have 4 pineapple trees growing, and sure, I won't check them for another 24 hours. They grow in like 16, but I'll be asleep at 16. So in 24 hours when I check back on these, after I planted them, each one gives 4,600 per tree. And I planted 4 of them, so that's around a little over 18,000 in like 10 minutes. Which isn't great, but farming's also a really slow skill since you have to wait on everything. Now what some people do is they, because things like willow, maple, or yew trees go by way faster. Like it only takes like 4 hours for a maple tree, or 5 hours for a maple tree to grow, I think. It's less experience and the seeds are way more expensive, but you can get more of them done per day, which is the most important part. So farming takes months to 99. Especially with me, since I only play like once a month, if that. For like 2 weeks, once a month, if that. It's not like an easy AFK, or it's not like an easy skill like fletching, cooking, or fire making with the introduction of Wintertot. It's widely regarded as a very slow skill to train, sort of like Slayer, but you profit so much at Slayer that I don't mind. Abyss rune crafting is also a decent way to make some money, but rune prices are kind of crashing now, so I wouldn't recommend it. Thought he was going to try to attack me. Because I think, like, death runes used to be, like, 300 a pop, but then they introduced double death rune crafting at 99, and plus there have been bots buying out the Mage Arena's supply of death runes. And they crashed from, like, 350 each to, I think, like, 230 a pop. But once I hit 65, death runes are still vastly superior, like, the way to go, until I hit 77 to make blood runes. I have to complete one of the hardest quests in the game to do it, but I'm gonna max this account anyway. I have to get it out of the way as soon as I can. Any other questions? Speak now or forever hold your peace, because I have to hit the bathroom real quick, so I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Alright, so, let's see. There's... Well, because I play super optimized, like, optimized, rather. Optimized is not a thing. I play it like this because I think it's fun, because I do want to hit 99 and everything at some point. But you don't have to do that. You can just pretty much fuck around. Like, I don't do super efficient on a lot of things. Like, I didn't start Abyss runecrafting until, like, 44. Plus, I just spent a lot of time on the wiki, and as cancerous as the subreddit can be, they do have some good, tips. And I always have at least one or two, wiki tabs open, and I check the subreddit, like, every morning. Heyo, Guardian. Plus, this is the only MMO I ever enjoyed. So, that's something. Plus, I know life this game when I do play it. Like, I've been putting an unfortunately high amount of hours into it recently. I used my last charge. I mean, you can... Anything you, like, really devote yourself to, it's pretty easy to keep a lot of it in track. But I've been playing this game since I was, like, 11, so... Or 10, rather. Even if I didn't really get into the nitty-gritty until 2015. Namanan and I were going to play together, and we never did. Or we did in free-to-play a lot, but we never got the membership together. I miss you. Now, your chances of getting through these little, like, blockages, it goes up 1% per level. Thank God. So, I have 63 agility, so I have a 63% chance to get through the, agility gap every time. I have 80 mining, so I have an 80% chance to break up the mining things. There's also a woodcutting one, a fire-making one, and a thieving one. But, I never use the... Most people recommend the, mining one, so that's what I did. Since you're either bringing an axe, a pickaxe, or a tinderbox, and bringing a tinderbox is bad because you're wasting space that could be used on more rune essence. Full Graceful also has a fun thing where your run energy comes back 30% faster. See that someone's sitting there, and I'm getting nervous. I mean, I mean, it does what it sets out. It's like Dragon Quest. Like, it's a game for grinding. Like, some things are dead content, obviously, but it's still evolving. Like, I still think this game is objectively superior in mechanics to, like, Super Mario 64. Like, the point of the game is to grind. There are fast methods to grind. Therefore, I think it aged quite beautifully. Plus, it's still getting consistent updates, so... It's not like RuneScape Classic, where that's frozen in time, and yes, that has aged very poorly. Like in RuneScape Classic, you can't run. The only thing agility exists for is to access shortcuts, instead of having the added benefit of making your run energy recharge. Or it's kind of like Monster Hunter in that respect. You grind so you can grind. If you don't like grinding, Monster Hunter, Dragon Quest, RuneScape is not for you. but if you like the grinding in those games, then it's for you. What else was I gonna say? Oh, RuneScape Classic. Only one person could talk to an NPC at any given time. So, there's a picture I saw when the Dragon Slayer quest was first added. Well, now he's just got full graceful on. When the Dragon Slayer quest was added, people were queuing up to, talk to him. Talk to the NPC to start and finish the quest. That's bad game design. Like, that's poorly aged. It's why, like, in, what was I gonna say? It's why, all the general stores have a shopkeeper and a shop assistant. The shop assistant was added later, so things should go by twice as smoothly with the general store. That's, it's nuts. Ah, did I forget to... Ah, I forgot to actually put essences into the pouch. That's upsetting. Alright, how much does that put me at? A little over halfway to my goal. How much gold do I make per hour? Whoops, that's not what I wanted. If I'm doing it, like, I'm just, like, messing around right here to, like... If I do it, like, really fast, trying hard, I can get a decent amount, like... Like, how long have I been doing that? Like, not long. I only started streaming and I have 300, It's feasible to get 200, 300,000 gold per hour, I guess, with this. You're putting yourself at risk with this, though. Like, if you do it the safe way by going through, Karamha, it's going to take way longer, but you're going to be safer. But I think the added risk is, the amount of time you save is worth the added risk. Full Graceful is the best outfit to wear with this, since it recharges your run energy faster and makes you essentially weightless, so you're using less run energy to get here. Well, PK... well, yeah, it's... Skilling is overall inferior to, like, bossing or PKing. Though, bossing isn't really all that profitable anymore since Zulrah got nerfed. But Zulrah needed to be nerfed. It was 1,000,000 gold an hour. On average. And then you can get lucky with, like, certain bosses, like... Cerberus can drop, let me see what he can drop. Cerberus. Because I think his rarest thing is worth, like, millions. Yeah, like, if Cerberus drops a Primordial Crystal, that you just scored 18 million gold. Or if Corporeal Beast drops an Elysian Sigil, that's literally 300 million gold you just made, but the chances of hitting that are, astronomically low. What's your opinion on skill? I prefer skilling. I hate risk when I'm doing this. I play a game to relax. Skilling's how I do most of, like, all these combat stats I've been, scat, wow. I've been doing through really inefficient methods to minimize my risk. Oh, a genie, yay! Just drop a rune essence real quick. Take this lamp and use it on rune crafting. Thank you for the free 600 experience. God, those are great. You have to, go on Elgato's site, and they should have their, little recording software, because you have to go through that. And then it takes a bit of setup. It took me, like, I had to fuck around with it for a day to get it to really work. It does scale with level. Genie lamps give you your experience, or your level times 10 in experience. So if you use it on a fresh skill, you'll get a wonderful 10 experience points. If you use, There's another one where you get taken to a certain... I forgot to recharge my glory. There's another one where that gives you a book of experience that... I think it gives you that, but like 150 times your level or something. So, get like 900. I think it's a little more than that, because I think I got like 1,000 experience the last time I used that one, but it's a little rare. Let's hope I don't forget that again. I mean, 600 runecrafting in the, free runecraft, that's like 2 trips to the abyss. That's A, safer, and B, honestly not that bad. Plus, like, some pures will use it to train, like, HP. It's like the only way to get, like, an untrimmed, HP skill cape. Let's go for another one. When you hit 91 rune crafting, you can start every essence gives you 2 nature runes instead, and that's where the real money in rune crafting comes in. And then once you hit 99, you can craft double deaths, but that's not as good. It's pretty good if you just want to have a bunch of death runes around, since they're pretty reliable, but really... By the time you can get to double deaths, you've crafted so many bloods that if you didn't sell them, you've got better skills anyway. But, oh shit. But I've never used, like the ancient skill book and some of those skills, like, use so many catalyst runes that... Like, they use, like, a lot, they use, like, bloods, deaths, and chaos at the same time or something. So it's nuts. There's a lot of content I haven't actually explored yet. And my HP is a little low, so I'm gonna get a turn, friends. Yeah, that should give me enough. If you're doing skilling that gets you hurt, like Winter Tot, Thieving, or whatnot, drink wine, because wine is really friggin' cheap, because it's one of the best ways to train cooking. So you can get 1 wine for 4 gold, it heals 11 HP, and the only downside is it drops your attack by a couple stages, but I don't need my attack, so it's fine. Or, you know, I could just get all the way to the Abyss and realize that I have no essence. That would be fun. Let's see, I need about 300 more. We're almost there, friends. I think I had this set up where my goal is 65 rune crafting. So I'm 1/5 of the way from where I started. Are you dangerous? Oh, about to take a real fucking risk with whoever you are. Alright. There's nothing worse than someone just sitting there with like a toxic blowpipe and just like they teleblock you and freeze you so you can't teleport or walk away. So you just get to sit there and watch yourself die. No, you can only have 1 pouch of any kind at any given time. It'd be broken otherwise. Otherwise, if I could have more than 1, I would, A, not even bother with a small or medium. I'd just fill these all up with larges. Pouches also decay, but fortunately it's really simple to repair a decayed pouch. And they don't, like, go away. They just, like, start carrying a little less, and then I think maybe they break, but they shouldn't get to that point. As I'm going to show you, it is very simple to, repair pouches, and I'll show you how. And, like, the higher level the pouch, the faster they decay. Like, the giant pouch can carry 12 essences at once, but I think, like, every 12 fills and unpacks, they start decaying. And plus, you get like a paltry amount of experience every time you go through one of these. It's nothing major, but at lower levels, it could certainly be a help. But at lower levels, you also probably won't be able to actually make it. So, oh shit! Let me show you how to repair a pouch. See this dark mage here? And now your pouches are better. Sometimes you have to go to clue scrolls where you have to talk to him. And he'll say, how many rifts are there? And you say 13, and he's like, spot on! And he'll either give you a reward or another clue scroll. Depends on how early or late you get into it. Surprised anyone's actually sticking around for this. But again, it was really just to test to see if my mic could handle existing, and fortunately it seems to be doing a lot better today. So I guess it was just having a bad day yesterday, or... because my laptop's weird. It used to have this issue where when I would close it, it wouldn't go into sleep mode, and I'd have to shut it down entirely. And it would happen like every 10 or 11 times I would try to shut my laptop. And that was annoying as shit. Got to a point where I actually took apart my laptop to see if I could fix it, and it didn't work. I had no idea where to even begin. But it hasn't done that since, like, February, I'd say. Like, a lot of the... and, like, my laptop's fan, it would buzz, like, really loud. Like, it sounded like it was, like, grinding. It sounded like it was grinding like a stripper the day the rent was due. But, again, I haven't heard that since... like, it hasn't done anything since, like, April. So, I don't know what the like, my laptop has a mind of its own, I swear. And, how old is my laptop? I got this thing, 4 years ago. It was a birthday gift in 2013. And, like, I've got, like, the spare spare cash to, start ordering the parts to, like, actually build a gaming computer. But, it's mostly just been laziness. Like, I know I'm not going to do it until this thing actually just straight up dies on me. Just laziness. But then I had this thing where my laptop would, not my laptop, but my headset would keep auto-adjusting the volume, like the gain levels of my mic. So if I talked too quietly, it would try to, like, amp up the gain, but then I would talk loud all of a sudden, and then it would peak, and then try to go back down, and it made editing the last 2 episodes of Rido really hard, and I had no idea what I was going to do, but after yesterday's issue, I haven't had that issue. Like, I tested it a lot today to make sure it would work, and now it's not auto-adjusting gain anymore, and I don't know if the thousands of fixes I looked up actually did anything, or my laptop is alive and is actively trying to fuck with me, so... who's to say, really? All I know is I just really needed to survive for another semester at college, and then... did it not empty? That's silly. And what some people do is when they do, like, when they play this game, they'll have an alternate account that is totally dedicated to runecrafting. So that's how they can afford to, like, have all the super expensive gear, because while they're also playing on an entirely separate account and making fat bang from nature runes. So you have a bunch of alts that's only real thing is high agility and high runecrafting and dank money. If I had 2 monitors, I would consider it, but that's also paying for bonds for 2 different accounts, and I'm not that into efficiency. I'm not Autumn Elegy or anything. I don't know. I think Autumn Elegy does that. I think Lynx Titan does it too, but Lynx Titan's on a whole nother level. It's not really a matter of time. It's... right now, like, if I had the stuff, like, equipment for it, I could just be doing this on 2 different accounts at once and thus making twice the money, but again, not my issue. But some people put like a lot of like streamers who do this game as their lifeblood put insane hours into this game. Like a friend, that's his username, a friend, has put 31,000 total hours into this game. Lynx Titan would, but Lynx Titan was on disability, I think, so he had an excuse. He was trying to get the absolute maximum amount of experience. 200 mil in each skill. 200 mil experience in each skill, and he would sit here for like 16 hours a day or about not playing. But he hasn't been online for a few days, so some people think he's actually died. Which would be absolutely tragic. I mean, they're making, like... Yeah, Lynx Titan is, like... Zezima, ain't shit, first of all, anymore. But, because some people have done, like, way more impressive stuff than Zezima could do. He just happened to be there in the heyday of the game. But, I don't... Like, it's not necessarily sad, it's just... It's their job. Like, they make enough money to live streaming, and RuneScape just happens to be the game they stream. Like, Game Grumps make their money playing a bunch of video games. What's the difference, really? I personally wouldn't have the mental fortitude, because, like, I can only... Like, even after, like, a month of playing it, like, when, Twitch Prime was giving away that free month of membership, after a month, I'm like, I can't keep playing this game. I usually get bored after 2 weeks, so you can pay about... It usually runs between, like, 2.5 or 3 million gold, and you can get membership for 2 weeks. It adjusts based on the price, because people pay $6 for a 2-week bond, and it keeps the game. That's how old school RuneScape makes most of its money. And I just use gold to buy the bonds that people buy and then immediately sell. It's essentially real-world trading. It's $6 for like 3 mil. That's legal real-world trading, so some people do it. It's not my jam. I prefer to not play, or not pay for MMOs. It's another reason why I know I'll never get into Final Fantasy XIV, because I think it's like $13 a month. I can't do that. No game interests me enough to keep dropping money on it like that. Also put me at 999, so that'll be fun. Yeah, I think there were only like 2 or 3 skills that Lynx Titan didn't totally max out. Oh no, I'll get a cape for sure. Like, if I wanted to, in the rest of my time here, I could easily max out fletching. Like, I have 4 days left on my membership. I could quite easily max out fletching, cooking, and even fire making in those 4 days. But I want my first 99 to be something that's a little more of a pain in the ass to get. Like, I know I'm going to be playing this game for years to come, so... It's whatever, it'll happen when it happens. I'm going to max out this account eventually, I just need to... I don't know. But I know you asked a question about, like, why do people need gold so much? A lot of skills are expensive to train. Like, herb lore, like, getting the herbs yourself would take forever. It's way easier to just blow, like, 1,000,000 gold on materials and get a couple levels. God damn it, I did it again! Unfortunately, I discovered, minigame teleports. It's another free teleport for you guys out there. Why did it boot me out? Nope, nope, nope. No, goddammit, it did not mean to join your channel. Leave chat. Get back to my own clan chat that I never use because I'm not in a clan. Nah, I forget that a lot. Unfortunately, I always have at least 1 or 2 teleports. And I'm at 99. That's lovely. How many rune daggers have I bought? 360, so I'm about a third of the way to what I want. A little over that, but whatever. So, what to do now that I've gotten all the runes I've needed? Yeah, about 200k sounds about right per hour for that. I could finish up what I was gonna do with construction. So I need a light source. Oh, it's already right there. I need my long bones. These are a 1 in 400 drop. I'm not gonna bother with Castle Wars. I haven't played that. I actually haven't played it yet on this account, but I know I don't like it much. It's free to play, my man. Go play it yourself. Before the meta stabilizes and you have to actually contend with people with best-in-slot free-to-play gear, which is like a strength amulet and a rune 2-hand. That's still the best-in-slot damage or DPS in free-to-play. They'll whip out the rune 2-hand as a finisher. I mean, I used to play I used to do Castle Wars with 40 combat skills. So check it out. This is a quick way to get some free. Well, construction's one of the fastest skills in the game to train. Like you can rely. I think actually, if you essentially had an infinite amount of money, like if money was not an issue, you could get 99 construction in less than I think less than 16 hours, assuming max efficiency and infinite money. Less than 16 hours to go from 1 to 99. But construction is also an extremely expensive skill to train, so it's not necessarily fun. However, if you trade, you can get, if you kill things that give big bones, they can either give long or curved bones. Long bones are 1 in 400 drop, and curved bones are 1 in 5,000 drop. If I talk to Barlock here, he'll give you 5,000 GP each. No, not 5,000 GP. I think it's 1,000 each. Well, no, because construction, you can get things like, you can put teleports to anywhere you want, you can change your spell book to whatever you want. You can get an altar, which is the fastest way to train prayer. You sacrifice, like let's say dragon bones are usually 45 prayer a pop. If you sacrifice them on a lit altar, the max 1, instead of getting 45 experience, you get 252 experience each. I went from 43 to 50 prayer with, I think, like 100 of them. So let's see how much experience this gives me. Alright, it gave me 7,500 construction experience, which should get me 1 level. Yep, I'm up to 58. Servant's My Bag, Chapel Bells, Medium Slayer Monster Head, Medium Map. Cool. What's my next big thing? Make a throne room, who gives a shit? Skills. I always have fun upgrading my kitchen. But I think I haven't been able to make a teak altar yet. Who knows? There's a lot you can do and it's really expensive. It's money sink the skill. But it's really good. And some people, like, with those super good altars, they'll host parties where people, you know, just keep sacrificing bones to get their prayer really far up. And someone said they had a party like that. You can put up a tip jar where people can donate money, and they said they made like 1 million gold in like 2 hours. Just from people giving tips for being thankful for that party. What do I want to do? Skill. Because I know I don't have a whole lot of loose scratch because I got so much of it tied up in those rune daggers. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this up with 3 rounds of Winter Tot, and then open the supply crates. So that'll be fun. We can see maybe if I can get anything cool. Though I hoarded like 7 of them last night, and they were all crap. Like, I think 7 of them got me like just 100k. Which isn't crap, obviously. It's just disappointing after what I had gotten previously. So, what do we need for Wintertot? Let's get a hammer. A knife. A tinderbox. Warm. I'm still Scald, so I don't really want to have anything better than that on. Dragon Axe, and let's go for 10 wines. And my mistake. Alright, so I got hacked last year, and of course they obviously gutted all of my money, but they also left me with a weirdly high amount of games necklaces, so that was fun. Those are nice to have. Alright, so we'll dump off that. Switch on over to the Wintertot world. Yeah, it wasn't fun. Plus they hacked and like real world traded with it, so my account actually got permanently banned, and they wouldn't let me discuss my account. Like they just wouldn't like say like, yeah, no, we get so many of these, you don't get a chance. And so I like angrily tweeted at them on Twitter, and like a month later they're like, oh yeah, check it, like, oh yeah, like we checked your account and like you probably were wrongfully hacked, so that was fun. Because it was, like, cool, like, I got dicked, but, like, the fact that they just wouldn't let me, they wouldn't let me dispute it is what really pissed me off. Because Wintertot's right about to die, so... Alright, time to turn off Private. So I don't have to... Because, like, pretty much everyone agrees Wintertot has the worst community in the game. I don't even know if I'll do 3. Let's just do 1, and we'll end the stream with that and see if we can get really lucky with something good. Mostly just because I don't want to have to turn off the stream image so you don't see my pin. Because I had to change worlds. Three, 2, 1, and light. Oh my god, that is awful. That was really bad. Sounds like a good idea. Next time I live stream Wintertot. Say no one wants to watch anyone play Wintertot, and it's true. I don't think anyone enjoyed that Wintertot stream I did yesterday. Watch my mic fuck up here, but it's the Wintertot that fucks it up. There have been memes about it recently. Anyone who says why Fletcher Wintertot should get hit for 99 damage immediately. So that's a fun meme that doesn't get boring. Because at first, yeah, fletching was a waste of time because it only gave you 5 more points, so there's no real reason to do it. But now it gives you 15 more points than just dumping logs straight into the brazier, so... Brazier, however you pronounce it, Brendan Fraser. Wintertot's another good example of just drinking wine to stay alive, since... But this also gives you construction experience. And now look at all the fire-making experience. They get 300, 300, 300. It's great. In fact, I'm going to level up from this inventory, because I was already really low on it. $79 fire making. Yeah, now 304 each, because that is based on your level. This is actually a boss. It's the only, like, non-combat boss in the game. Yeah, this game single-handedly turned fire making from one of the worst skills to train in the game to one of the easiest. And then plus you get supply crates that can have really rare and good stuff in it. Now you can get a crappy one that's only worth like 4K. Or, what's the best one I got? I got like 200K worth of stuff from one supply crate. And it's like, what, a 5-minute game, if that? So you're gambling, and all of your actions get interrupted if the cold of the Wintertot seeps into your bones and hurts you. But it's why you wear warm clothing, so that hurts you less. Otherwise, you're going to get really hurt really fast and probably die. And if you die here, you lose things you're carrying. And if I'm still Scald, that means I'm going to lose everything. Including this rare Pyromancer gear I have, which gives you more experience for fire making. Yeah, I think fire making might be one of the fastest skills in the game now, but you have to get to 50 to do this. And as long as you get over 500 points, you get a supply crate. If you get 750, you have a chance of getting 3 items. If you get 1,000, you're guaranteed 3 things. It's hard to get 1,000. I got 4 things from 1, which I think might be the most you can get. At least I've never heard of anyone getting more. And I'm looking good, so... time to just sit by the door of Din. I don't think the Wintertot can even hurt you here. So I'm going to stand at the edge here and wait for it to end. So you got 1%, 1%, 1%, and you also get your experience times 1,000. Or your level times 1,000. So, let's see what I get. And cut. Alright. That's not bad, actually. I thought it said maple logs, which have been worthless, but... 18, that's like 18k. Oh, 21k, not bad. They're going up. They're going up in price, and Zulrah stopped dropping 100 of them per kill. So yeah, not bad. Like, what was that? 5 minutes, and I got 24k. So they don't always go that well. So you know how it is. Probably just gonna go back to the fishing trawler now. But again, I got what I came for. Apparently, my mic is doing just fine. So I'm going to end the stream here. Can I spare? Yeah, as long as you have, just bring wines. It's kind of boring, but, again, I've killed 105 of them. The only thing is supply crates don't stack in your bank, so they take up space really fast. And then plus, like, things like warm gear, like, just go to Diango and he'll give you the Santa pantaloons, or, like, your Santa quote. Like, there's a list on the wiki of, like, what constitutes as warm clothing, so just wear 4 pieces of warm clothing, and you'll be fine. You'll take the least amount of damage from the Wintertot. If you have, the lower your HP, technically the better it is, since it's all percentage-based. So I take, like, 6 damage per. Like, if I had just 10 HP, it would do 2 per, and I'd be fully healed by wine, so it's poorly balanced. But anyway, like I was saying, I'm gonna stop the stream here. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for putting up with all the boring crap I was doing. And thank you for ensuring that my headset is just fine and will hopefully continue to be fine. So, thank you very much. See you all later.